Hey, real quick before we hop into this video, we're going to be pumping out content like crazy moving forward. So we're going to be doing a podcast a week along with clips like these. If you do like these, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and even throw some comments below.
And if you guys are on social media and want to say how great we're doing or how terrible we're doing, go and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Talk to us there. Let's move on. Jimmy G is clearly on the outs in San Francisco. Trey Lance, I think, has solidified himself as the starter for this coming season. He went through camp, all the starting reps, because Jimmy G obviously wasn't there. We heard good things that he went like 16 for 18 one day at camp. He's throwing bombs to other receivers. And didn't he had like an extra week with the receivers, right?
Yeah, so he ended up, Kyle canceled the second week of mandatory OTAs. Trey Lance decided to stay and run through the route tree for the rest of the week. So not only showing his leadership abilities, but getting in that extra work.
Yeah, and all offseason he was down in, I believe, San Diego. He was at this famous camp that has a bunch of quarterbacks, and he was working on his game. The 49ers gave him the game plan of what he needed to work on, and I think he's been working on it. I think he's showing that he could be the starting quarterback this coming season.
Yeah, I mean, his mechanics look a little tighter. I'm not a QB coach, so I have no idea what I'm talking about. But it doesn't look like trash. Like, you know what I mean?
He's not looping it all the way down here anymore. It's more a little loopy, but not too looped. Hey, thanks for clicking on this video and watching this far. Sorry to interrupt, but just want to let you know if you could like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. It would really help us out. All right, thanks. Now, here's us again.
So, I mean, and we knew you want, like, in shorts and a t-shirt, a guy like Trey Lance is going to zip it, and it's going to look impressive. But what you're more looking for is just the reps and repetition. Look at when he got on the field with guys like Trent Sherfield, who he had just practiced with. He looked amazing. You know what I mean? So now to run with the ones and get those that repetition and the timing, I'm pumped. I'm pumped to see him with Kittle. I'm pumped to see him with Juwan Jennings. No doubt I'm pumped to see him with Debo. And I think sneaky Brandon Ayuk might be the best wide receiver on our team.
Yeah, I mean, I've been preaching that for a while now, that I think Ayuk is more talented than Debo. But Debo's obviously the better receiver. But I think Ayuk just has more raw talent. So if we can figure that out on how to use him and maybe even put him in the spot that Debo was last season, I think he could be a major weapon for us. And Juwan Jennings is going to take a step forward too.
Yeah, and all this offseason, Brandon Ayuk has been calling for the deep ball. What did we not do these past few years? Throw the deep ball. What is Trey's best attribute? How strong his arm is. Like, let's go.
I'm ready for it. It's gonna be
nasty.
And I'm not trying to get too optimistic about this coming season. If we're not great this coming season, I just want Trey to play the whole season so that in the next year we're better for it.
But that's not the expectation. The expectation is this.
I'm trying to be realistic here.
This is a contender. This is hey, we need to make a deep playoff run here. I'm not saying, like, I feel this way, but a lot of the fans are calling for that. If Jimmy G can do it, then you should. And that's really unfair, but this kid is so talented. I think everyone is just getting so excited and ready to roll. And I think everyone's imagination is running away with him. And let's see, like, what happens on the field. But I think he has all the gifts that you need to succeed in this league.
So on the scale of second seasons, where do you think he falls between Pat Mahomes and, like, Tua? Like, where does he fall on how well he's gonna do?
Man, are we rating it like, all right, so let's do
wins or stats? Like, I think
let's just do wins. I think
team,
it doesn't matter how it looks. I think what matters at the end is wins.
Yeah, because, I mean, Jimmy had some ugly games that we pulled out. I think for this to be a success in Trey Lance terms, I want us to have at least 9 wins. If we can make the last wildcard spot with 9 wins with Trey Lance, I feel good about how he did.
I feel 100% good. Yeah, I think wild card, and we need at least one playoff win.
Yeah, I mean, that puts him right up there almost to where Jimmy G was last year. I mean, we did get to the NFC Championship with Jimmy, but I think there's times where we were winning despite Jimmy, not because of Jimmy.
Yeah.
So if Trey can be a plus and not a minus, that's just better for us in the long run.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. I think we've got something special here with Trey Lance. I'm excited to just see him build it out. I'm excited for Kyle to actually trust in Trey Lance and just hand him over the offense and just be like, let's go.
Well, we're gonna follow along training camp, and we're gonna be providing updates after the first week, after the second week. We're gonna be following the story and see how Trey Lance is actually developing, and then obviously that first preseason game is gonna tell us a lot. So we'll keep everyone updated on that end.
Hey, check it out. You made it all the way through this video. We really appreciate it. If you like this content, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and follow for more. And feel free to check out some of these videos and subscribe to it.